it may seem to you that things in the world have gotten out of control. We need to get control of things. You need to get control of yourself. I'm out of control. If we won't ask for help when this happens, do you know what happens next? We put all of our energy into trying to control everything. This is the second way. We participate in illness, trying to control everything. There are forms of control that are healthy, and we call them habits. We get up in the morning in a certain way, brush our teeth or don't, floss or don't. We have breakfast in a certain way or a certain place with a certain person. We dress a certain way. We take the stairs a certain way. We sit a certain way and stand a certain way. And these are our healthy habits, because if we had to think about each and every one, if we had to give all of our neurological system to thinking it through step by step, we wouldn't have time to get things done. And so we have healthy habits. We do them without thinking. But something comes along and rocks our world, shakes it up, turns it upside down, and we find ourselves full of anxiety and fear. Our world as we knew it has been shaken. Our habits, habitual as they are, don't seem to be helping. What do? We try to gain control. We are human beings after all. It's not that there is a problem in trying to gain control. It's that there is a problem trying to gain control of everything. It can't be done. But when we panic and are afraid, fearful, threatened, thinking even our existence is at stake, we will try to control everything. What are the consequences of that? We become hypervigilant in our world, hypervigilant to anything that shifts or changes, and attempt to put it back into place. We become agitated with others in particular. We may begin telling people what they ought to do and how they ought to act so that we can get control of our world. We become ideation extremists. We think in the extreme that everything is threatened, that the entire world is going to fall apart. And so we develop categories of thinking to try and control what we see as a broken world. And so we begin to think in biased terms or racist terms, economic terms that control others to try and give ourselves a sense of control in the world. We stop dialoguing with others. We begin to hold tight to doctrine and rules. And slowly but surely, without seeing it happen, we begin to lose our sense of wonder about the world. At this point, we begin to disengage even more from others. We've thrown out the 3 chairs. We don't even need 2 now. We know what's wrong. We need to get control. Our world shrinks. That one hand clapping in an empty room is frightening to us and deafening. By now, our sanity is satiated with the objective of control. And by now, we have no humility. And where there is no humility, there is no wisdom. Control has now constricted our lives and our world. So you may be asking at this point, how do we counter control? If we begin to see that we are increasingly irritable, depressing, angry, controlling, you've already guessed who wants to spend time with you. That's why there's only 1 chair in the room. It's yours. We've lost our sense of humility and love, and we want to reclaim it. We remember a time perhaps when we felt it. We don't like what's happened to us. this constricted life of control. What can we do? You can begin to let down and let go, to ask for help, to seek help in a trusted other person, an elder, a pastor, a counselor, a mullah, a priest, a brother or a sister, a friend. Bring that second chair back in. Ask for help. And let it be someone who will support you in being fiercely honest about yourself and your situation. In that other chair, may it be someone who not only will support you being fiercely honest about your situation of control and constriction, but someone will support you fiercely being honest about your past and your present, and then help you to begin to re-envision a future that has hope and has celebration, has dance and reconciliation in it, so that there can be a return of humility. And with that return of humility, a return of wisdom for you and in you. And make sure that this person is one who will respect your ancestors when you talk about your past. And may they be one who will support you in your understanding of the God of your understanding, or your belief of no God at all. What else can you do to begin to reclaim your life? Keep a journal for the journey. Also bring in a third chair. Bring in community. If you have addictions and compulsions in your family of origin history or in your own personal life, attend a 12-step group, Alcoholics Anonymous, Al-Anon, Adult Children of Alcoholics, Celebrating Recovery. You will find you have more family than you knew. You'll need some more chairs in that room. And while you're at it, seek out support for your body. Get a massage, healing touch, do some yoga, stretch at night. Remind your body that you love it because it still loves you, even though you may have wounded it. It's okay to also allow yourself to grieve the mess you've made of your life, but with the goal to let it go, to re-envision your future, to find a sense of meaning and purpose there in the presence with your friend and others in community who have come to love you. And be concerned about not condemning yourself. Have affirmations that you can say on a daily basis, even if you don't believe them. Start saying them, because they can become what you believe, and then they'll become what you perceive, and they will become what you receive. So, good job. You've come to understand you were out of control, that you couldn't control everything and never did need to. You gathered others about you, friend and community, plants and pets. You began to reclaim your life, to find again that golden thread that runs through everything and leads to that one thing, reclaiming your dream or finding it for the first time. You have begun to heal. You have begun to heal.